Latest updates on Canada's PR visa and confirmation of permanent residence. In today's video update, we will talk about how to replace an expired confirmation of permanent residence or permanent residence visa. Without further ado, let's begin the video and talk about how to extend your confirmation of permanent residence or permanent residence visa. Please keep in mind that, when you are authorized to immigrate to Canada, you are sent either a confirmation of permanent residence or a permanent residence visa. You will generally be given 6 months to land in Canada, that is, come to Canada, from the day the confirmation of permanent residence or visa is granted. After you land in Canada, your confirmation of permanent residence is authenticated. Your confirmation of permanent residence never expires. Nevertheless, if you do not land in Canada in time, your confirmation of permanent residence or PR visa will expire. Now, let's talk briefly about landing in Canada. Please keep in mind that, when you become a permanent resident of Canada, you must land to make your status legitimate. If you are outside Canada, this process includes coming to Canada, entering via a port of entry, and either having your confirmation of permanent residence authenticated, or presenting your PR visa. This is called landing. After you are permitted to Canada, you will be sent a PR card. If you are already in Canada, you generally have to head to an IRCC office after you have been invited to do so, or flagpole at the border after your application has been accepted. Generally, you have around 6 months to land in Canada from the date your confirmation of permanent residence or PR visa is allotted. Presently, there are some exceptions because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Are you wondering, how long do you have to immigrate to Canada? In usual conditions, you generally have 6 months to land in Canada from the date of your medical exam. Please keep in mind that it is not typically 6 months from the approval of your application. That is why we highly recommend you only ever get and submit your medical exam when IRCC demands it. Now let's tell you how you can prevent your PR visa or confirmation of permanent residence from expiring. Please keep in mind that, if your PR visa or confirmation of permanent residence is expiring before you can travel to Canada, you must extend it. Generally, the reason your PR visa or confirmation of permanent residence is expiring is due to your medical exam for Canadian immigration is expiring. So in order to prolong to your PR visa or confirmation of permanent residence, you are required to get a new medical exam and submit it to IRCC. If you are unable to extend your PR visa or confirmation of permanent residence in time, you will have to reapply for permanent residence. This includes having to pay all the fees all over again. Are you wondering how you can extend your PR visa or confirmation of permanent residence? In many situations, your PR visa or confirmation of permanent residence is going to expire due to expiration of your medical exam. In this case, you are required to undergo a new medical exam and submit it to IRCC via their online portal. If you do this before your PR visa or confirmation of permanent residence expires, you need to have your PR visa or confirmation of permanent residence extended. If your PR visa or confirmation of permanent residence is expiring in less than 6 months after your medical exam happened, get in touch with IRCC to find out what you are required to update in order to extend your PR visa or confirmation of permanent residence. What will happen if your PR visa or confirmation of permanent residence expires? In general situations, you need to reapply for immigration to Canada. How you reapply to immigrate to Canada relies upon how you applied in the first place. If you applied via express entry, you have to wait for a new invitation to apply. This clearly means that you cannot afford to let your PR visa or confirmation of permanent residence expire. Is there any special pandemic exemptions for expired PR visa or confirmation of permanent residence? If you were allotted with a PR visa or confirmation of permanent residence during the COVID-19 pandemic and it expired due to reason that you were not able to make your way to Canada because you were prohibited from traveling to Canada due to COVID-19 pandemic travel restrictions, you can get in touch with IRCC for permission to travel to Canada with an expired PR visa or confirmation of permanent residence. Please keep in mind that you must have been prevented from traveling to Canada before the PR visa or confirmation of permanent residence expired. And you need to prove the following as part of your request. You must have an acceptable plan of settlement or a job offer. You must have a quarantine plan, at least until quarantine restrictions are reduced, sometime after the 9th of August 2021. You must have a travel itinerary, purchased tickets will also work. These exceptions will most probably end when the border reopens after the 9th of August 2021. So, if your PR visa or confirmation of permanent residence expired because of travel restrictions due to the COVID-19 pandemic, get in touch with IRCC now. Lastly, let's tell you what happens if you have already landed and your PR visa or confirmation of permanent residence has expired. If you have already landed in Canada and your confirmation of permanent residence was appropriately validated, your confirmation of permanent residence will never expire. If you have misplaced your confirmation of permanent residence or damaged it, you must apply for a verification of status. Sadly, if your PR card has expired, you need to apply for a new one. Our video ends here. If you found this video useful, then please comment below and share this video with your friends and family on Facebook, WhatsApp, and Twitter. Thanks for watching.